welcome to stage Rick and Bobby Franzo from Peanut Butter and Jelly TV. Get on up here, boys. This just shows how much it's needed, you know? Our industry needs this. They need the resources, the tools, the training, and the love, and the fun. F-U-N, whoever that said that before. Woo! So, speaking of fun, tell us about Peanut Butter and Jelly TV. What sets you apart from some of the other camera systems in the industry? What's your secret sauce? Give us a little bit more flavor about it.
Okay, so the secret sauce is actually in the technology. So where our progressive story is basically in 2008 when the economy collapsed, I was looking for a job. I had been broadcasting for large-scale entertainment production, so I put Kirs and Eminem and major headliners on the web when AOL was crashing the web trying to do the Olympics. And that technology, the demand for 1.5 million viewers, way more than what we got in childcare. But at the time, I needed to barter to cover my twins' tuition, because $1,500 a month wasn't even feasible, when I lost my job. So at the time, my brothers were joking, were making fun of me, like, use your nerd skills and trade with your daycare.
Your nerd skills.
And, we started.
That's how I started, was trading with my daycare for marketing services.
Yeah, it's expensive.
Yeah.
But worth it.
Yeah.
But worth it. So we barter. I managed to get Beverly to barter with me, and at Planet Kids Academy in Madisonville, Louisiana. And ever since then, I was a fan at the time when they were 2. And here we are. My daughters are 9 now, and I still hop on my phone to make sure they're not eating on the couch and things like that.
Right.
but it was something that I just loved, and we knew was going to be a major hit for the. Now, getting into childcare, most of the hesitation is, oh my gosh, I'm going to show people what's going on inside my facility. But after almost 9 years of doing this, I can promise you guys this works. We are the edge, we are the closer. When you guys get done with doing a tour and you tell them they can see their child as soon as they go on their iPhone or whatever, it's a no-brainer.
Right, done deal.
Makes sales really easy.
Yeah, if you have to choose between two schools and one has cameras that they can access and one doesn't, I'm picking you, for sure.
Yeah, especially with everybody's concern nowadays with, it's just, so much to worry about. Clown people. People are worried. You know what I mean?
Somebody in the audience that was coming here had an issue with clown across the street. It was, it was Carol and Andrea in Michigan. They didn't make it here, but they said they had a potential clown
it's real.
Across the street.
It's boggling my mind.
And so they had to have lockdown at their childcare center. No joke. This happened earlier this week. It's scary, guys. What is going on in the world?
I know. So, providing that peace of mind to the parents has never been more beneficial. At first, we really felt gratified in knowing that, military Army personnel overseas are watching their kids walk for the first time on our system.
Right.
At that moment, that's like that's the tear-jerking moments in my business. Everyone's like checking clown stuff on Facebook.
Yeah, they're looking for clowns. Okay, don't worry. I don't think there's any clowns near us. It's okay.
Yeah, this is not a report. This is not a lie. I'm not telling you there's clowns. I can't believe that this is going on at all. So, but we built up over the past 9 years, and we've made a major. The first school that actually gave us a chance was because they were near close. And it was 2009. And they were on the verge of collapse. They had about 30%, 40% enrollment, and he was extended on his loan. And luckily, Wyatt Graves put PB&J in, and eventually he maxed out his enrollments.
Mm-hmm.
It was within that first year he maxed out his enrollments.
So how many of your clients use? Because I'm a strong believer, and we're going to talk about this later, about having cameras, whether you have them accessible via the internet, which I think is smart, or if you just have them for classroom management at the front desk, viewable. Gotta have them. Clients that don't have them get bit in the butt by issues all the time about parents complaining about stuff. So being able to roll the tape back to protect yourself, invaluable. So how many of your clients are using it in center to monitor as well? Or is it purely kind of being used for parents externally?
One of the biggest things, I know Rick was hitting on the marketing side, but the training and management aspect of PB&J is par none. When you're able to actually have your director monitor all the classrooms simultaneously, wind back to protect your teachers from incidents that probably didn't occur or were misinterpreted by mom. And then we even have technology that where you're able to actually listen into the classroom, because that kind of technology not only allows you to tell the difference if the child was laughing or crying, but tone of voice. It adds an entirely new dimension to your training and management skills on site there. Now, the audio is not for families when we're broadcasting. They only get live video, so don't be scared about that. But for the management team, you will have audio and video for your recordings for sure.
Yeah, and the other thing I always hear is, well, we think that there's always a security risk. We would never have online accessible cameras because we don't want the clown posse watching our kids and surveilling, and it's just too scary. So they can hack it. It can be hacked. It can be hacked. What do you guys say to that?
That's a fear tactic.
It's a
for
huge
sure.
fear.
Yeah, people use that to sell against that concept with their families. Parents who are my age want this in schools and where they're dropping their kids off these days. It really is a shift in the industry. We started 8 years ago. We were slow growth. We built this off of our own credit cards. I was in college at the time, learning as we go. But we're now in almost 400 schools across the country. We just partnered with the largest pet care franchise in the U.S. This is a trend that's becoming an industry standard. And the sooner you guys jump on board, embrace a program that not just is a marketing,
Differentiator.
Yeah, a differentiator for sure, but something that allows you to train on an entirely new level with your team, for sure.
That's awesome. Awesome.
Yeah, and you mentioned the leaping. I mean, this leap is the difference that made many very successful franchises today. So you have, Children's Lighthouse we're in, Kids Are Kids. I mean, some of these schools are built on Kid Webcam Camp or something like that. I mean, these franchises are popping up and succeeding. And I had, one woman, just in disbelief that, Kids Are Kids has their own Kids Are Kids 18-wheeler, folks. I mean, you want to talk about making money with a good concept. I mean, they built their franchise on doing the webcams inside the schools. Parents love it. It's a no-brainer.
So some big features too, and there's some Sorry, I'm just.
It's all good.
We're brothers, by the way. So
yeah, they're
it's okay.
brothers. If you guys didn't know that.
One of the biggest fears was mom sitting on there all day. Well, we have technology where you're actually able to set 5 times a day for 5 minutes, 10 times a day for 15 minutes, and actually manage that usage. So it's you're able to market it and sell it in your tours. So it's the hook, line, and sinker. When you're telling them about the NACE accreditations and all the fantastic things you do in your classrooms, and you end your tour with, oh, by the way, you're going to be able to see all this great stuff on PB&J, their eyes light up, and you pretty much got them sold. But they don't have to be on there all day. They can be on there 5 times, 10 times a day, and you can actually monitor their access throughout the day. So that is a huge feature that would bring you guys peace of mind as management teams.
And I remember I heard one aha moment was building the relationship between you and your staff. This builds the relationship between you and your staff, between your staff and your parents. I had someone mention that parents are just as important up here. This opens that door to, occasionally, most people will pass on the positive, the positive reinforcement or review because they just don't have time, right? But they're going to be the first thing they'll do is negative. Obviously, you can get negative reviews all day, but they're never telling you what a good thing you're doing. But once they see it, and they're watching as their child is, clapping hands to the music and group play on the carpet, and they're encouraged because they saw it on TV to actually come in and talk to you about it, talk to your teachers about it, just mention the things. And there's of course the fear of this child's running around with no shirt on, and they call in, but that is few and far between in comparison to how this builds the relationship between you guys, your parents, your directors and owners, management. Management is a whole new game when you can go on a review and say, look, see how she's actually holding the child, and patting the back, and just the things that you can teach through visual interaction. It's a whole nother level of childcare, for sure.
We've actually built an entire program for this concept, and it's called Classroom Hero. So we get stories all the time where mom shares just beautiful stories of her viewing of the child and the interaction with the teacher, whether this be the child's first week or a beautiful circle time experience. And we get these fantastic stories. So when we get those in, we actually process these stories, and at the end of the month we actually send out a $5 gift card, a letter of appreciation, and a PB&J branded superhero cape to the teacher.
Fun.
And they're the classroom hero for the school for the month. And I mean, you should see these teachers with their capes on. It's so awesome, but it really puts a positive spin. Teachers might be a little apprehensive of the idea of a camera in the classroom. The reality is, you tell them, look, it's here to protect you guys. You guys are doing the right things. This is a positive thing.
And everybody works harder when they're being watched.
The Hawthorne effect, whether mom's logged in or the director's watching this feed, they're just going to be more productive. The classroom's going to run more efficient just because of the idea that someone could be watching in the classroom. But yeah, we put a positive spin on the idea that mom's actually watching the cameras to appreciate what's going on in the classroom, whether she's logged in at 5 minutes at lunch or what have you. So.
Awesome. What do you guys have in store if folks want to come and learn more about you at the booth, in the exhibitor hall? How do they get started with you? What's the next step? Do you have any specials?
So yeah, we are offering 20% off your entire system here at the conference.
You got to sign up at the conference to get the 20% off.
We one of the easiest ways to put us in, and this is a money-making opportunity for most schools, is you guys either put us in with a small tuition raise. Mom would pay $5 a week, $10 a month for this program, so you guys can net $1,000, $1,500 a month off of PB&J because the value is there, and of that, we're maybe a couple $100. So it's so easy to bring a program like PB&J into your facility because mom and dad are so just excited when you tell them, hey, we got to go up $5 on our tuition. However, we're bringing in PB&J, and they're elated.
Yeah, because we do hear the rebuttal, well, I've already got maxed out enrollments. Well, how do we make more money with those enrollments, right? I mean, you're a business too. I mean, you're doing an amazing thing, and it is for the love of children and raising children, but you get to make money too. You get rewarded for doing a good thing. Okay, so PB&J makes that very easy. You make out a lovely little letter. Your parents were going up $5 a week. All of a sudden, your 100 kids turns into $2,000 a month in generated revenue because of PB&J, and we are maybe a tenth of that. I mean, it's a money-making deal. So you guys got to take it into consideration. Come see us. I know everybody's hesitant at first, but I can promise you, after 9 years of doing this and hundreds of centers later, it is working, and it works very well.
So there's 20% off the systems, and we're doing the risk-free pilots as well. So just come stop by, check out a demo, and come chat with us. I'm sure you got some questions.
I love that, and I love the added revenue generation model. Fantastic. Because once you get full, what's the upside? Other than building more schools or buying schools and expanding, figuring out ways to add more revenue streams into your program. Love it, guys. So cool. Thank you, guys.
And they shouldn't don't hesitate at all. We've had in every center that we've gone in, every time the owner says, well, what if one parent says they don't want to do it? It has not happened yet. So just so you know, don't be afraid. You push that tuition up $5 a week, it's going to get paid. They're going to be excited about PB&J coming in. It's a win-win. So that's
awesome. Any
questions? We usually do questions. I only got 36 seconds.
Well,
so.
let's pull the questions to your booth. Definitely go visit them. I want you guys, if you don't have any cameras in your center, your homework is to go visit Rick and Bobby. And thank you guys so much for being here with me.
Thank you guys so much.
Remember Ricky Bobby, shake and bake.
Ricky Bobby, shake and bake, baby Jesus.